Hey everybody, Blue here again. Today we get my first recorded video from my real face. This was the first in the line of ones that I've really been wanting to do. It is me putting all of my makeup on for my LARP character, Frisk. I have been so excited to do this for you guys, and I actually get my mic in this week, so hopefully after this, it will be speed paints and story times from Frisk and possibly other characters as they learn their stories as well. I'm not going to talk about the makeup I did here because, I mean, it's kind of super self-explanatory, at least in my opinion, but I am going to talk a little bit about Frisk and her backstory instead. But I will say that the makeup that I know I used for sure was the Meron Paradise Black, which is probably my favorite. I love the brand so much because all of their makeups work beautifully, and I've had this cake. It's one of the cake blocks. I've had it for 2 years and I've barely used any of it. It still is in, amazing condition. And then outside of that, I just have a handful of different makeups from Walmart that I used as a concealer, and then also as I did a little bit of contouring here as well. It's kind of hard to see, I know, but outside of that, it is really just the Meron. I don't do my face at all because Frisk is a pale cat, and the ears are from Kitten's Playpen, my personal favorite place to buy anything that has to do with ears because they're gorgeous. They're also almost 3 years old and I could not be happier with them. I'm trying to think. And then the teeth I have for her I made. I got some of the plastic that you just heat up in boiling water and then you can fit to your face, which was a very, very fun experiment that I got to do the other day. The ones I'm wearing in this video are actually not the ones for this character because we are LARPing this weekend. So the ones for this character are packed up and out in the car waiting to go already. So I wanted to talk about her backstory a little bit because there won't be much talk of it in the story times. It's kind of going to be jumping straight from 0 to 100, from nothing to her first adventure. So I figured it would be a good time to let you know a little bit about her. She started adventuring about 3 years ago now. Prior to that, she was absolutely hated in her tribe. She was with them for, she's 9 years old now. She was, I believe, 7 when she started adventuring, which is a fully grown adult for feralkin, for female feralkin, feline feralkin. So she was not a very well liked cat in her tribe. Because of her coloration. While she is covered entirely in fur, her pale coloration with the short fur on her face makes it look almost like she is just a human with splotches and stuff painted on her face. But she's not. She's fully fur. Trust me, people know. After, taking that for so long, she was stolen away. And by stolen away, I mean her husband, Zypher, found her and pretty much told her, this is a terrible way of living. Why are you still doing this? And she just kind of shrugged, like, there's nothing else I can do. I've done my coming to age here, and I can't travel on my own. She at the time did not really have anything she could do by herself. She wasn't a strong fighter. She couldn't do magic. But when her husband took her in and stole her away, shortly after they got married, She managed to find her own in her fighting style. She decided that saving people was an amazing idea. She picked up magic and has learned very well how to do the healing magics. And she's grown a lot. She's only almost 3 years older than she was when she started adventuring, but she has grown immensely in that time, and you will be able to see that a whole lot in her story times. Obviously, all of this and all of the future story times will be just across the board knowledge. If you ever decide to come to our LARP, or even, a LARP and you think you know about her, you don't. You have to talk to her about it first. None of this is in-game knowledge for anybody who doesn't already know her. But she is always willing to talk to people, so if you did decide to come to our LARP and decided to talk to her, she would give you anything and everything you wanted to know, to some extent. But it is also a part of her job. She became very quickly a traveling salesman of sorts, to which I can't quite put all of the details out on YouTube, because while it is accepted in the place she lives, Valara, it is not readily accepted in our world. But she does a very good job at that, and she makes quite a bit of money, and she makes a lot of people very happy. But she has, let's see, Zypher was her first husband, but she's got, I think, 2 wives and 1 other husband, of which I cannot currently remember, as it has been like 4 or 5 months since we played last. I have a really hard time out of game keeping track of stuff that she's doing in game sometimes, because she's just being absolutely ridiculously silly, because it's what she's good at. But our season, that's pretty much it for her backstory. So our season opener is this weekend. It is immediately, like, this video will be posted on Thursday and we go on Friday. I am not mentally ready for this. I am not. It's supposed to be warm, but it's still going to be colder than our normal game, so I'm just kind of like, I've got all of this stuff to make sure I stay warm, and I'm probably either going to be too warm or I'm still going to be cold. And I'm not quite sure to what extent on either side, so it will definitely be an interesting weekend. When we return, I may take the time to post or stream a little bit on here. Some of the stuff that happened over the weekend and how not prepared I was for it. So you'll get to hear a little bit of immediate response of, oh god, oh god, oh god, I did all of this terrible stuff, I died, this happened, or something along those lines. But I'm very excited for the new season to start, and if you ever consider a LARP and are in the southwestern Ohio area, do consider coming to Castle LARP. There are so many good things that I have to say about the community. They are the most welcoming group of people I have ever been a part of, and that's coming from somebody who's been a furry and going to furry conventions, which are far more acceptable than the online group of people for like 3 years. But LARP has definitely been much more accepting. Also, like 90% of the people who LARP are also furries anyway, so it works out in the end. But I hope you enjoyed the silliness of this video, and in the very end of it you will see a little thing that I have set up for you. Please enjoy me being absolutely ridiculous as per the usual. If you enjoyed this video, please consider hitting that subscribe button and liking. If you have the time, comment. All comments will be looked at and liked as long as I have time before the weekend comes. If not, you know, enjoy and come back for another video next time. See you guys!